And they're off. Bow Talk off the inside for Pike was the first of them away. Knock One Back was into stride pretty well from Tack Goes Boom. Royal Glory toward the inside, Rock DJ just after the break, and they're being followed by CITINO with Selby Park getting out the back, and one of them's come out without the rider, and that is Royal Elite, who is continuing on over by the 1600 metre mark with the clerk of the courses in pursuit. Into the back of the course they go, and Bow Talk is going to try and stack them up and rack them up here. Pike put the brakes on. Bow Talk had the neck arched at the 1200 metre mark and led 3/4. Knock One Back. Royal Glory posted deep. Over on the inside, Rock DJ is down on the inside of Tack Goes Boom, followed by the favourite CITINO. Selby Park down on its inside, and the riderless Royal Elite over there has shot off into the 1600 shoot for the moment. Let's hope it stays there. Inside the 900 they travel, and Pike with the break on Bow Talk. No one really prepared to go up and test him out, but Pike is certainly controlling proceedings here. On his outside is Knock One Back and Royal Glory in a very, very stagnant affair. They're just cruising along here, not much speed on it all. Royal Glory 3 deep outside the other pair. A length and a half Tack Goes Boom. Parnham starting to wind up. CITINO certainly starting to think that this is going to really quicken from the corner, and he wants to be there with them, and he's about to loop the field here at the 400 mark with the fave. Selby Park was able to get onto its toe ball, and behind them Rock DJ. So at the top of the straight, CITINO sprints around the outside very quickly, dashes away from Knock One Back. Bow Talk, Selby Park behind those, followed by Tack Goes Boom as he livens up CITINO. CITINO clears out down inside the last 100. It's absolutely home for the T-money. CITINO from Knock One Back, Bow Talk, and CITINO in a canter once again by about 3, might be even more from Knock One Back, Bow Talk, then Rock DJ or Tack Goes Boom. Selby Park, Royal Glory was next home, and the riderless one pulled up over there, and where is it now? Clerks of the course have got it bailed up inside the 1600 shoot, that being Royal Elite. Easy work for CITINO and Chris Parnham there in a very slowly run race. They've gone almost 152. They did walk. Pike had them bunched up tightly behind him. He had Knock One Back almost on terms, and Royal Glory 3 deep outside of those. And then the sprint came, and CITINO had the better turn of foot, much better turn of foot, winning by 3.5 lengths, 3/4 second and third. And a bit of news now coming through from the stewards. And Royal Elite declared a starter. All right, thanks indeed. Great, thanks, Steve. Steve Gerard here at the stewards' room, and Royal Elite declared a runner, having dislodged Jordan Turner after the start of the race. So 34.71, the concluding 600. The winner is by demerit from Swift Draw. Goes back to back for trainer Mickey G. Michael Grantham teams up with Chris Parnham for Mrs. L. Dawson, S.J. DeCampo, Ms. T. DeCampo, K.B. Tucky, S.R. DeCampo, K. Pellington, A.W. Hill, and impressive in victory. So 2.5 length winning margin last time out, and it's 3.5 today. So a horse that's right in the zone, scoring very comfortably. Second placing to 4 Knock One Back, Sean McGruddy for Ash Maley by Patronise out of Panya, and third one Bow Talk by I'm All the Talk from She's My Passenger, Chris Willis, Willie Pike. The interim numbers are 2, 4, 1 and 7. 2, 4, 1, 7, that's after the 5th. Race 6, the Morley Growers Market Handicap, 1400. Next event of the day, Shooter McGruddy is on to 7. He's Archie in this race. Yes, McGruddy replacing Joe as a party on number 7. No scratchings. As we head downstairs now, we'll catch up with Michael Heaton from the Yard. A pretty predictable victory here for this favourite. Step 235, got a bit cold in the market, but gave them shivers as it looped the field and dashed away to win easily.
Yes, certainly did, Darren. 2, 4, 1 and 7. It was a pedestrian-like affair, but CITINO was far too good for them. Mickey G, congratulations. Not the prettiest race to watch, but this horse looks like he goes pretty good.
Yeah, no, he's doing a good job. Him and Chris are clicking at the moment. The horse tries, that's the biggest thing, but that's why I don't ride anymore, because I would have cut the ribbons at the half mile.
You would have been pleased when he did eventually loop the field, because they were going very slow.
Yeah, he was. Chris knows what he's doing, and he just said there's no point trying to change anything that we've been trying to do, because he doesn't jump, and you can clearly see then he doesn't.
Up to 1,800 metres today. He won by really convincingly 3.5 lengths. Do you keep him around this trip, or are you thinking of stretching him out further?
Well, you know, sort of with that disqualification that we got, it sort of left us in the lurk with his rating now. So, you know, we still got our graduation, and I'll just have to speak to Chris. So we keep him at the 1800. He'll probably get 56 kilos or something in one of them now on a Saturday. But I think Belmont's going to be his calling when the smaller fields over 2200.
What about Best Mood coming out later today? Former high-price yearling, got his maiden out the way last preparation. What are you expecting first up?
Yeah, he got his maiden out the way at Geraldton, and you know, when he was not very educated and very green, so he done a fair few things wrong in his trial about a month ago. So I'm just hoping he can bring it here today.
5 weeks since the trial, is that a concern?
No, it's not. I wasn't lean and mean on him. He was a bit fat, and he got away from me. So I've done my best there.
All right, well done here. Good luck in the last.
Thank you.
Michael Grantham there after the big win of CITINO, and here's Chris Parner with Scott.
CITINO scores there in a Class 1, not for the first time, but he's back here today. Chris Parnham rode him last start, in fact, rode him most of his career. Chris, this horse has got a nice turn of foot, but in a race like that, you probably had to put him into a spot because it looked like they were going pretty slow.
Yeah, they were. There was no speed on paper. There was one horse that generally leads, but other than that, they looked like they were going to go pretty slow. So I was happy to get in the 3 deep with cover line, and then when we got the 600 or just after, I just put him into the race.
That was the thing, you were on the back of 1 3 deep without cover, but it was also 100 to 1, so you probably just needed to be right on top of them when the sprint was always going to go on at some stage.
Yeah, that's right. Wasn't an ideal horse to follow, but at the end of the day, it was better off being there than sort of in the one-off line, not moving into it. So, yeah, this horse, he's progressing through his grades quite nicely. I think he goes pretty good.
So could Michael take him to a Saturday now with a bit of confidence?
Yeah, I think so. I think his future belongs in Saturday company. So, look, 1800 will definitely look like it will suit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he could get a touch further as well.
Congratulations, well done.
Thanks.
Chris Parnham there teaming up with